President Obama hosted a group of civil rights leaders, including Black Lives Matter activists, for a first-of-its-kind meeting at the White House as the administration celebrates the first Black president's final Black History Month. The meeting will include the National Action Network's Al Sharpton and National Urban League president, along with several young grassroots activists, including the co-founder of Black Lives Matter of Chicago, DeRay McKeeson, and co-founder of We the Protesters, and an active voice in Black Lives Matter movement.
Every time I think about those kids, it has me mad. By the way, it happens on the streets of Chicago every day. Every time I think about those kids, it has me mad. By the way, it happens on the streets of Chicago every day.
Recent high-profile killings of young black men by police and disparities in the U.S. criminal justice system has also pushed the Obama administration to tackle some systematic issues facing the black community. Lives Matter leader, discussed talking with Attorney General Loretta Lynch about plans to bring on martial law by causing chaos at the upcoming Republican National Convention in Cleveland, Ohio, and the Democratic National Convention in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, so as to keep Obama in office. Here's your chance to take to the streets and protest for a cause you believe in. Many thousands will be at your side. When the violence hits, you can run, go crazy, and hopefully escape police batons, water cannons, and flying bullets. Obama administration and UN announced global police force to fight extremism in U.S. cities. He's killing two birds with one stone. If he can get martial law in, he can extend his presidency, and the UN can come in here. Loretta Lynch tells Black Lives Matter to keep protesting cops and reminds them DOJ is their partner. We will continue to work with you. Look at the timeline. Look at the timeline. Look at the timeline. Look at the timeline. Get ready for martial law. I want to do a timeline here. I want to do a timeline here. Look at the timeline. Look at the timeline. Look at the timeline. Look at the timeline. I want to do a timeline here of a global police force. This is Call of Duty Goddess. Look at the timeline. Look at the timeline. Look at the timeline. Look at the timeline. This is Call of Duty Goddess.